Peeps, what's up? It's Josh. How we doing? Today I am inside of what we call Gracie's room here at Malvern Manor. Now, Gracie was certainly a very interesting and exotic type of patient. We do know that Gracie suffered from DID as well as schizophrenia, so she had a very chaotic mind state. We also know that numerous times the nursing staff would hear male voices coming from this room, and for obvious reasons, having a guy in a girl's room is a big time no-no, so they'd have to come and check that out. But they would open the door and they would find it was only her. Like, she was able to shift and manipulate her voice to sound male, which is medically fascinating given the night and day differences between male and female vocal cords, right? Very, very interesting. Now, we do know that one evening in particular, there were 3 nurses. They came and sat with Gracie for just 1 hour. During the hour, they documented 13 separate, distinguishable personalities, which, again, is almost medically unheard of. Like, the wheelhouse is about 2 to 5 for somebody with an affliction like this, right? So she's certainly tipping the scales. But again, as with everything inside of Malvern Manor, everything is how we found it. So let me show you here. Everything is how we found it. Now, I'll also point out that my friends know that I hate dolls and things like that, and they like to bust my chops as much as they possibly can. So there's all that fun stuff. I think this one here even has a nice little love note on it. It says, "I love you, Josh." Ha 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 ha. Yeah, real cute. I think that was from my friend Patrick, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, over here, guys, I have this REM pod that is set up. It's already on, so we can just leave that there. But again, it does get fairly gritty in this room. And again, like I said, everything is how we found it. The state of the room is how we found it. Everything up on this shelf up here has been added. People bring gifts and toys and things like that. However, one item that I find most interesting that was left here are her glasses. Her glasses sit exactly where we found them. So there is that. Again, Gracie is certainly one of my favorites. Now, Gracie, is there a way that you can communicate with me? Can you say hello in some way? Can you maybe knock on something? Very small rooms, guys. Very, very small rooms. Gracie, if you touch one of the wires here on this car, it will light up and flash and all that fun jazz. If you would like to try it. Or you could light it up if you want me to get that off of your wheelchair. Not a lot from Miss Gracie so far today. Gracie, you know you're one of my favorites, right? Look at the walls, guys. They've been like torn off. You have all of this debris on the floor here. What in the world was that? All right, so I heard a knock. It sounded like it was coming from this direction over here. Let me just see. Who's knocking? All right. Don't feel like answering me back? Of course not. What in the world was that? Definitely a knock or a tap of some sort. Most definitely coming from down here. Hello? I'm just going to turn on this light if I can find it. Hello? Who was doing that? I really didn't want to come back here. This being the Shadow Man hallway, where I was just bum rushed, basically. Guys, like I was saying earlier, one thing that's really cool about Malvern Manor is the fact that, again, everything is how we found it. So you can see even here where that nurse's station once sat. It used to sit right here, and over here, and obviously would be the med cabinets with freaking names that are still right here. Like you can still see the names on the med cabinets here, guys. And again, like everything is how we found it. Footsteps. More footsteps. Hello? Okay. You know, not for nothing, but I was in Gracie's room trying to communicate with her. You're kind of ruining that for me. May I go back to Gracie's room? No way. No way. Guys, I don't know if we picked that up on audio. Turning off the lights real quick. Turning off the lights real quick. Okay. Gracie, was that you? That REM pod was just going off. I heard you. You can touch that car. You can play with that car all you'd like. So, guys, another interesting thing here. God, I wish we would have captured that, like going off or whatever. But another interesting thing that I wanted to mention here about Malvern Manor, and I kind of alluded to it a few videos ago or whatever, but like the cat and mouse crap that happens in this place is crazy. So just for an example, right? We heard a knock. We knock back. We don't get a response. But then like a tap, it almost sounded metallic. It was like a tap, like somebody would take their keys or something and were tapping it on something. And it was certainly coming from the Shadow Man hallway, right? So we address it. We go there. And then we start hearing footsteps further down the hall. It's pulling us away. It's pulling us away. I then say, you know, I was in Gracie's room trying to address her, and you're kind of ruining that. And then the REM pod goes off. Briefly, it was briefly, and we didn't capture it. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. But that cat and mouse crap in this house, they know exactly what they're doing. Whoa. That was a very loud knock. Gracie, if that was you knocking, could you please touch the top part of that car? Please. That was very loud. Okay, so here. Down that way now. Hearing footsteps. I'm not addressing it this time. We're not going after it this time. No, because that's exactly what they want us to do, right? All right, Gracie, it's just me. It's just me. Can you make the car go off again? Wow. It is the middle of March, and it is still frickin' freezing in this place. All right, Gracie, we're going to have to say goodbye. Can you say goodbye? I'm sorry that we didn't get much time to chat today. However, I do have an idea that we're going to try next time. I'm going to bring some more toys in here. That you kind of have some fun with them, okay? Absolutely crazy. Like, absolutely crazy. Alright, well, guys, on that happy little note, I guess not a lot happened. However, I mean, still significant things were happening. And I guess that's ghost hunting, right? So, it is what it is. God, I really wish we would have captured that thing going off. And maybe we did. Maybe the audio picked it up. But it was brief. It was very brief, like only a few seconds. And so, I don't know. My hopes aren't too high because we're just far enough away that it was probably out of the shot. But maybe we did. I don't know. Fingers crossed, right? Other than that, guys, I hope you're doing great. I hope everybody's doing well. And I will talk to you very soon. Peace.